Good morning, folks. It's 7:17 a.m. on the third month, 16th day, 2025. Right, the toxic air is very evident today in the cloud formations over Australia, especially some of the city centers. I'm going to make sure my microphone settings are correct. I should have done this ahead of time. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Right, that's what I need to make sure. So the volume levels are correct. Yeah, this is New South Wales, as evidenced by this. New South Wales in great big bold weather. This is the Pang forest in the Skyarea over the Nangaria forest over there. I don't know all these names. They're hard to pronounce. This here is another national park. He spelled Sturt wrong. Sturt. Hey, Sturt. Hey, do you see all the bomb formations in it? Like here, how evenly spaced these chem deployments are. And that's the sickness mix. That's the nasties. Look over Canberra here, the microwave formations. Do you have a radar over here? Because everything is like pointing at it. It's like pointing at it. Yeah, big square right there. Yeah. And those radars can make scalar squares of energy, which at some point I'll go into, just not today. Yeah, there's a lot of nasties, even way out to sea here off the coast of Perth and stuff. This isn't just microwaves. If we zoom in, you'll see the familiar formations of the chemical catalyst deployments that help propagate waveforms. And to move waveforms along, it really helps to have condensates form, or so water droplets will form around particles and generates a plasma. Look at the boogeyman here, Mr. Bones looking thing. Hello, reefs. Hello, editing lines of the satellite imagery so we can see clearly. Because if, gosh, that'll be, now there's some disruption in the imaging chip, even how it's blending the colors right here is wrong. So they must have a pulse. Look at the bombs here, huh? They're mighty gray looking, huh? Acetone. I wonder what's in these plumes. If you seen this coming out of a factory near you, would you have an investigation? Well, they turned the whole sky into a great big old fart factory. Big skyarea falling everywhere. Look at this plume line here. Boom, ba-da-ba-boom, boom, boom. Carpet bombed. Look at the trapezoid here. Chem bombs out here in the ocean over here. This is the Indian Ocean, and this is my area of interest. It's just starting to blow out now over these atolls, or are they reefs? There's no name popping up on them. And this is just nice worldview today. I have to really zoom in on these to see the formations. Like, you just pick up that square there and that there to tell if they're man-made. It's a vast ocean, so if you send me like a picture this big, you can see the beam swath here, where the separation line is between these two, and they're backfilling it with chem. Boogeyman face showing up there in that formation. The boogeyman. We're not talking Jimmy Valiant either. That's like one of those swords, or are they making an ankh? Yeah, like the Arab sword they wear in the waistband. It looks really cool. I forget its name. So they're drawing something out here. So they're planning on moving this. So this is interesting area. So that'll become an invest area as well. Most of the water for that's funneled in this direction towards Jakarta. When the beam went right over Jakarta. And so if they're seismically active, I'm not going to be surprised to see some quakes around there. Just from looking at that one image. Look at this crap out here at sea, huh? This is where all the animals are that you say you love. And this stuff is falling out on them. A lot of layers of the atmosphere affected by this crap. As we head across towards Old Zealand over here. You ain't very new, are you? Bzzz, the fryer is on. Getting fried, Kiwi style. Look at that crap right there. That's the super darn doing that. That's not an X-red. A big scalar square image over here. Folks, you definitely got an antenna over down here. Definitely an antenna there. Look at all the chem over in the Coral Sea. And this is where the split is, line. So everything from here on this side of the Solomons is headed north. Everything on this one is headed that way. And this is going to be in a conveyor of stuff that's moving up that way in the tropics. It's on its way up into a corridor over here. And that's coming your way. So I did some mappings and shows where the most flows are. And the heaviest stuff is along this corridor to here. There's some of the places back in here like Tully and that there's big tundral potential for you because you're kind of a sticky up bit. And when the condensates bump into the things that stick up, they tend to coalesce into large droplets and fall. Look at this plume on the outside here. We'll have a good look at this. They'll do it like that. Let's have a peek here. Let's have a good look at a cloud and see what I look at when I see something that looks like the dingus without the bell end on it. I'm going to save it to start with so I don't screw up. Here we go. Well, first thing I need to notice that looks weird is this face looking thing here. All right. That ain't normal. How many plumes you get? Boogeyman here with devil horns. The spiritual people know what I'm doing. EMF is a multi-dimensional fabric manipulator. It doesn't give a crap about 3D. And very often we've noticed entities in areas of heavy EMF. And it doesn't bode well. Look at this. There's something here in its deployed stuff. That's too wide a line. Back. Way too light. So you'll see that that's coming from a center point, coming out. Something's moving along. What if they have a drone platform? All I could do is guess stuff that makes sense. And things can fly on and off this drone platform. And what if they could stalk into something that kept them charged? What if they could pick up a pellet thing and load themselves? What if robotic stuff is now in control of our skies? See this one here? So you have to actually go and look. Like this here, 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 and you can see the tendrils. When you go and look at the cloud. So somebody named Luke, you sent me pictures, and this is how I'll do some determinants. You get an EMF emitter over here. Even this, something came along in a line. And a thicker plume, less thick plume. So it hasn't done all its work yet here. So it's moving this direction. Backfilling this storm. See the curler there? That could be a natural vortex after you get these dynamics going. Unnatural things creating natural type systems. Look at the vortex here. So whatever went up, it's kind of pluming, isn't it? Nuclear bomb-like. Mushroom clouding. So whatever's moved along has caused an eddy. So it has to have a shape with density to cause back vortices to happen. Come on, finish writing. I'm lifting it off the thing too much. There we go. Causes eddies to happen. And that was what that was. I'm going to turn that off right zoom it out and it looks like a dick. And there's a lot of layers of the atmosphere here. Of different deployments of vessels that are making this system occur out here in the Coral Seas. Is just looking at one cloud. That's on one layer of the atmosphere. That's another. And then that's going over the top of that. So if they proceed stuff down into the low deck from the top, they could really fill this area in quick. And again, there's that the dingus. They go with nuclear. I'm not saying that that's a radioactive bomb or anything. I just said that's how that kind of vortex is, skull and crossbones right here. It's really bombs. I call that one the knuckles nucleus because it usually looks like a set of brass knuckles. And usually there's nothing back here. So it's a shape charge. Anybody who does explosives understand what a shape charge is. They're using shape charges. Or they have a backing that they can make different shapes and move around robotically as a back panel, like thrust vectoring does on the back of jet planes and other mobile vehicles in the sky. Thrust vectoring, thrusting. They're thrusting the moisture. Thrust. Look at this here. It's a weird shape, isn't it? So I say geoengineering is controlling a lot of the weather we're seeing out here today so far. And this mist here is stuff that's not healthy for the reef. It's not healthy for life. It might be burning your skin. And you think you got a sunburn because you saw light outside, but really it could be a chemical burn. This is aluminum hydroxide. I recognize this look anywhere. You guys better look into aluminum hydroxide in your sky, because some of your pH readings were very indicative of bicarbonate being deployed, or aluminum bicarb in the sky in the presence of sulfuric acid precursor. Sunlight and water will make aluminum hydroxide and give off a plume of hydrogen. And I do pick up the hydrogen plume sometimes when I go looking for those type of gases, which I'm not going to go do today. Go do it. Go do it. You're curious. Go do it. Do it. Do it. All you gotta do is do it. The truth, the truth. All you gotta do is do it. The truth, the truth. If you seek the truth will find you. But you accepting the truth is a whole nother thing. The first thing you have to admit to yourself is you were probably wrong about some stuff. Right? Robert Deutsch, you were wrong about some stuff. Now go look and see if you were right or not. Don't go saying, was I right? Oh no, that info's wrong. It's the experiments are saying I wasn't. You see how these arcs come out here? Shape charges. Boom. Shockwave. Boom. Shockwave. Shockwave. Fill out the scalar square. Filling out the scalar square with the chem. How you doing there, Tugulawa? That's a tongue twister. Tugulawa. I don't know. Glen-esque. I can do that with Somerset. A wife is a hoe. Damn. Nature reserve. Your damn wife is a hoe. Nature reserve. And Somerset. Damn. How the dam's looking. How many times? Look at the planning and the architecture. How much did the engineers say many times in a row can they handle big flooding events before they have to be replaced? Yes. I'm just looking at some of the camera over here where you got to look out. I point lookout over here. What in the hell is that? A big dot, and then suddenly the cloud continent says change your area. Do you have a abomination vehicle? Perhaps could that be the Strato Cruiser? Look it up, the Strato Cruiser. Oh, look at coughs, man. They spelled cough wrong, man. This is like Coughc over here, the Sea of Coughs. Look at the ice refraction here from the light hitting ice crystals up there. Wonder what that stuff's made out of. That's not puffy white ice crystals. It's refracting a different color of light, so it has different chemical properties. Said Mr. Bones out here, something came along in a line and deployed. Pow, 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 pow. You know, like flares off the side of a plane, a military plane can do that. Those things can be put in private hands. See the ice refraction here? What's that, the Sky Dreadnought? Boy, did I just introduce you to a rabbit hole word. The Sky Dreadnought, the big black vehicle that is estimated to go over 10,000 miles an hour, and if you're inside, it's inertialess. In other words, you could stop on a dime and you'll never feel it. Something here has gone out. See it? Right here? The knuckles nucleus. Or kind of look like a sand flea, don't it? It's farting. Right there. And some more skyurea. Have it. One bit of skyurea pellets off Port Mac. Hey, too big Mac, I tell you it again. Another one of those anomalies. Pluming around, pluming Nazis out there. Oh, they made a huge mistake today showing me this. So when a jet plane went underneath this mass of chem bombs here, it did a chemtrail that lasted a long time. That's how I see this. Mighty square-looking cloud there, Boogerino over there, and Combine, whatever this is over here. I don't know. I'm just reading. Upper Handsome. I thank you. That's very handy, Lansom. Land down, huh? Hannon Vale, Stewart's River, spray like bugs. The old bar has been vomitationally secured by the combination above. Kerwark State Forest picnic area. What a fucking shame. What a shame. What a shame. Kulonguluk. Kulonguluk. Ubla Gluk. That was like somebody trying to speak German in The Great Escape, eh? Jack Lemmon. He blah bloop bloop. Kembam boom boom. Yep, look at this Kembam gloop bloop. Look at that crap in the sky here. Oh, I bet the whales love the taste of that in their blowholes. Hi, have a big bomb here. Boom! The parentheses are added. Right turn, Clyde. Texify. Look at that bomb circle above the turn here. Pow, 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 pow. Lots of different colors of light refraction. Light refraction. Isaac Newton still matters. Well, when they're the dingus. Spunk. Yeah, blow the chode in the sky. My gosh, look at the colors here on the low deck. Very sulfury looking. You guys getting any litmus paper yet? You're going to decide to check rainfall me yet? You're going to leave some outside to get the fog hit it and do some basic homework instead of saying, oh my God, there's a patent for terrible fog and I'm seeing fog. No, you're going to learn about fog. Look at the rainbow effect here. You would have seen noctilescent clouds out here. And it's nearly the wrong, too far to do it. Look at this crap here. Holy shit. Look at this. Now, look at this. It's like you want to rub a dog's nose in shit. Well, you come home. Look at this. That ain't a tornado. These are lines that came. All right? I send energy down here like that. All that water goes into that. While this thing is turning like this to scoop it, they're making something out here. They're making it. It's turning that way. Oh, wow. That's a very obvious combination move, isn't it? That's horrendous. Hope you did it fast. And the guilty, and I see who's doing it. Oh, I should have just used that image. Hang on, I'll do better than that. See this right here? I think they're getting so blatant with the imagery now that they don't think they have to hide it. Pretty soon they'll tell you they're doing it for your own good and they had to, and yes, it's true. I don't believe them. I don't believe the strato cruisers are being hidden very well, these two black objects here. They could be balloons, dark balloons, to keep them heated inside, so that they stay alive longer. And I don't see them over here. So you can't tell me the satellite image had it all the way across and had like a glitch. I could look for their glitches. I find their glitches very often correspond with cloud formation, so I know they lie to cover their ass because they haven't taken the time to understand plasma physics or anything like that, because they think you have to sit at a desk to learn something rather than realize that this internet in front of you is the biggest library ever provided to mankind, and that anything you want is at the command of your own voice to ask for it. Oh, we got Sarah Ivestown over here. You guys just sprayed like a bug. I'm not saying you live there. I couldn't resist that. Hey, Melbourne, what's your air smell like? Everybody in Frankston have light, and I've been breathing over there. You got something right here. See these lines all converging? Radar's on. Look at a bomb field here. I like Grady's face. Hang on a minute. Let's get a look at this. Let's take some of that off. Look at all the chem bombs in here. That's an impossible storm. You guys say you had a supercell, and I say they're superly selling you climate change so they can have trillions of dollars in taxes to make disappear into their pockets so they have more money to get what they want, to buy the ads, to buy the newspaper time and the TV time, to sell their lie by a statistic that you want to hear from an expert. I want to hear from you. And what did you find out on this beautiful device of the biggest library ever called, given to man? The other plumes. Look at that line of them there in a triangle. Like a pizza place, man. That's man-made. It's just really man-made. See this big mess here. And that mess over the top of it there. You got a lot of dynamics to set up your storm. Got a beam line here. You are susceptible sometimes to seismicity when beams intersect. I must point out, you see that big scalar square right here? My finger's kind of in the center of it. See that dot? So your scalar square there, scalar square there, a duck foot there. I got duck foot. Correct, motherfuckers. Your sky, it looks far. I can't do the duck voice. It hurts my voice, so just forget that shit. Yeah. Your sky, it looks fucked. Don't be a mug. Act like you give a fuck. Right turn, Clyde. Right turn, Clyde. So let's run through some of the action that's going on today. Yeah, big beam going up the coast here. You see it right here. Yeah, I'm going to let it run so you get some idea of some of the electromagnetic frequencies as fueling some of the heat. And it's going to definitely be influencing these storms. Some of these pockets of cold that you guys are going to experience. Yeah, as you see this other one here, it comes up on an angle. It through this way like this. Oh, wait, it does it like that. Ooh, I just learned something new. Beam comes down like this. Oh, wow, look at that. Big beam here. Coming like this. They're really good at manipulating the big rivers of moisture. Or, like they would say, controlling the jet stream. Electromagnetic frequency perturbations. So this is an area of interest right there. And these beams that came up to here like that, and like this, and then the wipers coming that way, and that way is sweeping this way and that way, because you got two of them. There's a wiper here, and there's a wiper, it was right here, Solomon Islands. See that line right there? Look right here. See it? See it? Bzzzt. Yeah, we can see something in New Caledonia. He's fired. See right here, the scalar square that has appeared. The sudden nucleation of water. And this is what this stands for, is this graph over here. Oh, I like that. I'm liking the fingering of the board here. I gotta finger my screen a bit more. I'm fingering the moisture. Look how much of the moisture in the world is in one spot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of moisture. It's really, really moist. And a lot of beams that sealed this area off. So that the islands here in Indonesia is actually a flow line split, where this side here goes that way, and this comes here, and at some point they'll let that meet it. Probably about here. And when this comes a little closer, it should drift this way. Yeah, I'm looking. But as it drifts and forms, I don't see how it's not hitting that path. So I'm just waiting for a windy to decide and whether to tell you the truth or not. But long periods of wet are to be expected across the far north of your entire country. Here's your, like, right now's goings on with the radar. You see Kansas blasting again. The wicked glitch fries again. You're a ding-dong if you believe their glitch thing. You're a ding-dong, don't believe the glitch is dead. It's influencing the flow of weather, pitting it to the coast, the is failed. Bzz, bzz, the wicked glitch ain't dead. And this one here is helping. At Townsville was helping when I put it on the 12th. And you watch this storm go over. Yeah, you'll see it. Right there. See the beam lines? That's Townsville blasting. It's not the spaceport. Yeah, I've got to know lots of places that do the blasting. And this one's on down here, over where my hand is. See it? Watch, you'll see it. You need condensates or something to reflect off of to give a radar return. Would you agree to this? And if you turn your sensitivity down and you say to yourself, was there clouds there all day? Yes. So why ain't they showing up on radar? Why are they hiding things? Because you let them. because you keep giving them money for a charter they don't give you. They found a way to get in your pocket, and they're going to keep that way, and they got the media selling a lie. They might be invested in the carbon capture and things like that. Who knows? Things that will not be necessary, because I hear a tree is a really good capture of carbon and releaser of oxygen. And if we keep blocking their sunlight, the statistics for how much oxygen is in on Earth is directly influenced by our lack of making more trees occur, growing naturally and nurturing their environments, and just looking at these chembound plumes going to meet each other. See it there? Pivoting. A wiper. That's a wiper, small one. You'll learn. You'll learn the wiper moves, and you'll learn all these other things. I want to roll through the forecast part because I'm still tired and trying to take a break. So no, I'm not going to cover the storms in the USA. Because supposedly Donald Trump had a geoengineer. There's nothing I need to say there. You do it. I'll teach you how to read the radar, though. I'm not liking something that's being scientifically inaccurately said. The radars don't just fire up all at once. If you look at the times that you start to see them all start to glow on your screen, is the times of atmospheric compression and decompression that occurs at night and during the day. As the atmosphere's density expands and contracts, it'll push Kim down towards an already ionized area over the top of the station. The only thing it tells me when I see that occur is what shape of scalar energy they're using. Yeah. Billy Hayes taught me that one. He called me up and corrected me when I was saying the same thing Ariana is. So I take that on board from a guy that built HARP that he told me and corrected me. And I'd like to give her some websites. I'm loving her work. Yep. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Don't think I'm being discouraging. I'm not even looking at the pressures because they're just saying it's just locked and dipping. Once in a while it comes down here and grabs some of this cold air because this is rotating this direction. So all these dynamics come up and over. And then this from behind is going to have quite an effect when it mixes in and when the temperatures change a little later this way. There's heavy periods of rain to be expected over the next couple of days along the corridor here between Townsville and is where the heaviest stuff is coming. In Mackay, you'll have the totals, but the big stuff's coming through here, and farther inland you go, you're going to see some big totals come over as you get into later in the week. So you have to be prepared for that. Cattle country, farmer people, make sure you ain't got no equipment down the bottom land or nothing to get stuck. I want you to have your livelihoods, and I want you to have accurate forecasts, because the 10-day totals on here are horrendous. Go with a conservative to start with, because with this one. But I found that Wendy's been lying so much, even on the 10s. Yeah, I was expecting something like this, showing just one hot spot. But I'm expecting the possibility here very high over the next 3 weeks, which is well beyond what Wendy is telling you here, because this will only go 10 days up. That just seems a little low. I can only go 7 days. Oh, Access one of them. Oh, GFS does. It seems a little more likely as we start getting into the half meter, 600 mil range along this coast is what I'm expecting to see. Yeah, this seems more accurate down through to Townsville, and then getting less as we get towards Mackay. And then this area here has been putting out a lot of EMF right about where my hand is. You see there's a lot less over here, so that's telling me the military grounds there is going to put a pressure block. So you'll be getting a lot more EMF poisoning in your body, less energy, lethargia, headaches, nauseas and stuff. Fibromyalgia will act up during heavy EMF times. Expect these totals to rise. Actually, it's a really big event, and over the next few days is really our main concern, is where you start to get your first actions around Cairns in its fail. When you're going to put back over the next 36 hours, 48 hours is when you move over there. Maybe it'll tell me. 20 centimeters, quarter of a meter is not going to surprise me. It's going to get electrical. because of when I see this certain look to the sky. Let me run this in fist. It's made of basically a Faraday wheel, where you got a mass of clouds in one layer of the atmosphere turn in one direction, while the others turn in the other. And one of them is highly magnetic and ionized, and the other one is not. And so the ion stripped off will go across this whole coastline through here, and it's going to get highly electrical when these storms come. Or did they get choked out? Aluminum hydroxide, that's what I'm suspecting. And it releases ions really well in microwaves. That's a bzz, bzz for sure chemical. Yeah, look at the chem going over like Sydney, Newcastle, and all that right here. Absolutely horrendous. I'm really, really saddened by it. But the period of monsoon that I call mansoon, because it can come as fast as they want, can form a hurricane type system out of any of those ones up north that they're making now off the coast at near any time. Some pulse right here. It's rattling. Lord, they get fried. Look at the fryer line here. Look at this. Look at it. I want my microscope, man. I want my microscope. I want to see what's in the rain here. And I'll encourage other people to get this set up. Look at that. Is there a microwave station there? Right there. It's got the time on here. On the bottom. See right there. You got so many directions of microwaves pulsing. It's almost like you got 3 stations. Yeah, this is blastings. They left a channel for air to flow in here. I see that plain as day. They shut this. This shut. It's microwave shut. Flow. That's a flow thing. So let's see what the flow they're controlling is. Let's have a peek. They want that air to come through here. Right here. Right under you, Malvern. So that'll trigger the pop-up storms as the temperature changes will happen. Look at the microwave pulse holding it out. Ah, wow, man, that's the guilty image there. Look at this. From another station coming over towards you, something from Malvern. It's pulsating big time. Big time pulses here. Look at that meat in it. Right here. You're seismically active as fuck in that area I just circled. And you got some more vapor chem coming in from the sides, coming from this mass streaming over. I just picked that up. So it's pulling some of the more magnetic things into its own mass, which is probably carbon nanotubes of some kind. Chem bomb. Yeah, you guys got choked out. That's all I can say. That's kind of the it. As this area here is about to experience some very, very nasties as I go through it all in the carpenter area like that. I gave you guys a heads up a while back. So as we head into the weekend, that's your turn for them to bring that in. But there's not much of a line under here for it to go over too far. So I'm expecting some of that to spread out. Just based even on this pressure here, it's going to have that tendency to draw down. And while this over here has a tendency to stay separate, and this is when it's just about right for that system here. If they keep maintaining it, it'll go into a more organized cyclonic motion. Look at it. Is that where they say they're going to do it? I have to take little hints for where they say it's going to rain. And a drifter there, they're saying. So we'll have to see what goes. I'm not in full agreement with much that I see off Windies these days because they're just liars. And well, one day the BOM will tell you about this. If you're waiting for that, you're going to need to hold your breath. And well, if you're breathing this stuff in, you might want to hold your breath too. Because when I look at this, I know there's some breathless whales. I know the EMF over outside of Melbourne is not conducive to the navigation of animals that rely on sonar of their own bodies to see where they are. And when you see pulses like this out at sea, and people refuse to see, we got to fight it for them. The house is on fire. Some people are asleep. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do, because they have come for you. I'm going to drag people out of the house. What about you? help me. Peace.